This summer I got to meet and play Blitzball with one of the best Blitzball players in the world. His name is Sammy Reazer, and he's the #1 hitter in Blitzball. In this episode of Bro we talked to him about how he started playing Blitzball, how he connected with Como Blitzball, and how he's now building his personal brand. If you're a Blitzball fan, you're going to love this episode of Bro.
Guys, before we jump into today's episode, I got to tell you about our new sponsor. It is Stinger Sports. Guys, I got to tell you what I love about these guys. So first, I met Brandon, the founder of Stinger, through a mutual friend. We had him on the podcast, one of my favorite episodes. Make sure that you go and check it out. But we've developed not only a bit of a friendship, but now a partnership where we want to introduce everyone on the world to Stinger Sports because they make incredible athletic gear at an affordable price. And this is what I really love because if you're a parent, you know how expensive gear is getting, how expensive uniforms are getting. And these guys make affordable stuff that is pro level quality. Right now, Colt is using one of their gloves. I mean, this thing is sick. Look how customized that is. And he's using this in 13U baseball right now, which is amazing. And then we also brought them on as a uniform sponsor. Look at these custom Stinger Sports Brolette jerseys. How cool are these? And the best thing, they're not just for baseball. So baseball, soccer, volleyball, whatever that you need, they can equip you. But on the baseball side specifically, what I love is they will equip you with fully customizable jerseys, but also the pants, the hats. They will also get you the ancillary stuff like batting gloves or team backpacks or anything that you need. And they have packages that make it affordable for any family. Guys, you got to check out Stinger Sports. I will put the link in the description. Check these guys out. Make sure you tell them that the Brolette sent you. And please, please, please support our sponsors here. Check out what they're doing. Big fans of Stinger Sports. Now, let's jump into this week's episode. All right, man. So he usually asks the first question, but I'm asking it today because I just want to know how Blitzball works, right? And so there is Blitzball. There's all these different leagues. There's, you get together for like this World Series every year. You guys are doing content part. Like, how does Blitzball work? At least like at the, let's call it the pro level, on the Blitzball level.
Right. Yeah. The pro level, I guess. Yeah, you could say. We ultimately started as a group of friends, just playing it as a hobby, and now we play the game more than the average human. That is definitely for sure. So I guess that's what puts you in the category of professional, I guess, when you do it a lot more than everybody else. But yeah, Como Blitzball, I guess, the most popular league, started back in 2016 with brothers Caden and Chandler Sartain, who's just like any kid just starting their YouTube channel for fun. And they made league videos of just their Blitzball games for about a year or 2 years. They didn't get any actual views. It was just totally for fun. But they actually ultimately ran into the owner of Blitzball a couple years down the road after he was searching for areas of marketing because as an entrepreneur who's just kind of going with the flow, doing what he can, his form of marketing is YouTube and social media. That's all it ever was. And so he originally actually started with Dude Perfect, and he had paid them to do Dude Perfect Blitzball trick shot videos, and those videos performed very, very well. And but they, as most of you know, Dude Perfect took off tons of subscribers, and so he had to move in a different direction as far as what's next for Blitzball marketing. And he literally just searched the internet for Blitzball content, and he found Caden and Chandler and Como Blitzball, and they basically, ever since he found their channel, it's just been hey, I'll help you, you help me, let's be a group on this, and you market for Blitzball through YouTube, and I'll help you do your YouTube channel with product and with travel and just promotion type thing. And so it's just been a really helpful and good partnership to have with Aaron Kim, is his name, the owner of Blitzball. Absolutely fantastic dude. Just really wants the best for all his dudes, all his people who create content with the ball. He Blitzball is a hobby of his, and it's just a fun thing for him and the people that pick it up. He's a really cool dude that's supported us through thick and thin and since the start of it. And so the leagues ultimately in Como Blitzball is obviously Caden and Chandler put hours and hours of work into Como Blitzball, but ultimately Aaron just supporting everybody in the Blitzball community is what we call it. The way he does is what makes it a community. And so yeah, I guess I'll get into the other aspects of the community. There's ultimately Como Blitzball, but once we were established, which I said 2016, I didn't come along until 2020. Aaron was already a part of the partnership, and I kind of jumped in and became very, very close with Caden and Chandler really quickly, and got to do a bunch of stuff with them. And so, whenever we kind of established ourselves as like the main league that, got a solid amount of views pretty consistently, the next goal is how do we grow that? How do we get new leagues? How do we get other people to do replicate Como Blitzball and do their own leagues? How do we get people to post fun content and trick shots? And that's, for one, it's marketing for Blitzball. That's obvious. That's a given. But B, that's always just been Aaron's goal, is to make a community out of it. How can we make a community and travel and go on trips and do tournaments and make this just a fun community thing, while also getting, some promotion for Blitzball online.
I love that. It's a great context. So it's Como's a league. There's all these other leagues, right, that create content. They have their own leagues. They have their own thing. And then what, does everybody get together for like a big little playoff kind of thing?
Yeah. So our kind of deal ever since I was saying being established as a pretty solid league is to help out all of those other leagues and make and in hopes that other leagues will create content. And so for them to create content, there's got to be some sort of incentive. It's just kind of how life works as you figure it out is. And so, how do you offer a fun opportunity for another league? How do you offer maybe some cash incentives for their video? Like there's different stuff like that we do to entice other leagues to promote content and make content with Blitzball. And the biggest one is, like you were saying, is the Blitzball community and the tournament circuit and the Blitzball World Series. I'm not 100% exactly sure. I know it's on the website how it works, but there's a league tier list where the amount of games that you've posted, the amount of videos you've posted, the amount of players that you have, the amount of subscribers that you have, and there's like 4 different metrics. They all determine which tier you're in. Like, A, B, C, D, whatever it is, tiers of leagues. And based on your tier is kind of almost what you get invited to in a sense. So there's the top, I think it's just A tier, or I don't know if it's even tiers anymore. It might be like different names, Premier League, something of this. For those of you who are confused, it is all over the Blitzball website. There's a tier list of Blitzball leagues, and all that to say, the top tier where you want to get to is based on posting more, having more contribution to your league, having more players in your league, and just ultimately posting more videos. You don't have to be good at the sport. If you post a bunch of videos and you're having a good time and you've got clearly a community and a league of guys, Aaron is going to give you a call and invite you to the Blitzball World Series, which is invite only, by the way. So that's all of that to lead up to say that we're trying to create a community of Blitzball guys. And the ultimate goal, like you were saying and trying to get to, is the Blitzball World Series. That's the pinnacle of Blitzball. And the Blitzball community. And you really, like, truthfully, it really isn't like there's some skill to it. Like you do have to have a competency in the game, but really it's like if you're you're not skilled, you don't have to be skilled, but if you're competent in the game of Blitzball and you've really shown that you've got a community of guys back home and you guys are posting to YouTube and making content out of your community, you're going to get an invite to the Blitzball World Series. And right now it's only, I believe, 8 teams. There's talks about expanding it, but right now, there's the Premier Leagues. There's only like 4 of them who get their invite, and then the other are selected by hand by Aaron, which is just who's creating. It's really ultimately there's like I said, a mix of skill in there, but it's ultimately like who's putting out the best content. And so that Blitzball World Series for the last 4 or 5 years has been in Tampa, Florida. Hosted by Michael Givens, who is a MLB. I'm not sure which team he's on right now, but he's jumped from team to team in the MLB. I believe most recently the Orioles, but he's jumped from team to team. MLB guy that has what's called the Givens Back Foundation, and he hosts his own youth Blitzball tournament that same week, and also partners up with Aaron to do the Blitzball World Series. So. All of that to say, Como started a long time ago and was like the base league. And ever since then, we've been trying to find ways to promote guys at home to make their own videos just like us. And then we can all come together and play tournaments and be a community. So just trying to grow through everybody making content and ultimately meeting up at somewhere 5 to 10 tournaments a year.
Makes so much sense too, and it helps to promote the league, right? And the game, and it gets more people into it, and so you want to reward those people. So it makes a ton of sense.
Yeah.
Your bio says you're the number 1 ranked hitter in Blitzball. What does that mean?
What does that mean? That's a great question. It means that there was a time, and in the recent past, where I hit the Blitzball really well in lots of competitive tournaments and on camera, especially. That's a big one because, obviously lots of people at home are like, number 1 hitter in the world. Well, that's because he posts videos all the time. It's like he's the one you get to see him hit the ball. It's like let's be honest. There's probably a professional baseball player out there that if you stick him in 12 Blitzball tournaments, he's going to put up a better stat line than me. Like, that's not like, so to say I'm the number 1 hitter in Blitzball is to say in Blitzball. And in Blitzball means I contribute to the brand. I contribute content to the brand. I contribute tournament appearances. I bring a league. I bring cameras. I bring views. I promote the brand while also being skilled at it. And so it's like, is there an asterisk to saying Sammy's the hits the Blitzball better than anybody on the planet? That's probably not true. But the term I am the best hitter in Blitzball kind of refers to the fact that I give back to the brand. Now, not going to sit here and toot my own horn. I've had like a solid past 3 years of hitting. I won MVP in Como Blitzball in 2022 and 23, which is now quite a long time ago. But I hit 522, and then I have the highest average ever recorded in Como Blitzball at 625 in 23. And then in 24, I was in Blitzball Battle 4 or Blitzball Battle 3 with John Boy Media in New Jersey. And I have the batting average record for all of Blitzball Battle as well at 725. And so that was after that span of 3 years is when I was given that title, the number 1 hitter in Blitzball. So it was actually statistically based, but also just due to the fact that I was on John Boy Media, and that's Blitzball content. I was on Como Blitzball, and that's content. I went to the Blitzball World Series, and that's content. So I'm on camera everywhere, smacking the Blitzball around. So that's where the title comes from. The last year and a half, I actually injured my shoulder and graduated college. So played slightly less Blitzball after graduating college, injured my shoulder. So I've not been on the 22, 23, 24 pace that I was, but the rankings are actually about to fluctuate whenever September, I don't know when this is going to be posted, but September 27th, the top 4 players in Blitzball, me, Adam, Trent, and Joey are playing in a 1v1 round robin tournament where we each play against each other to determine our ranking system again. And then after that's played, we're not all going to stay in the top 4. It's based on our performance. There's going to be guys from 5 through 10, 5 through 15 that are all going to fluctuate into the top 5. So, for example, if I'm not hitting as well, I'm coming off an injury, and I just get shelled in this tournament, I might bump down to 7, 8, 9, and somebody else will jump up there and get a shot. So, yeah, they're going to start fluctuating here pretty soon. But my number 1 hitter ranking is kind of from the last 4 years. So, going to be updated soon, but that was from the past 4 years.
How did you get introduced to Blitzball, and when did you know it could be something that you take seriously?
Introduced to Blitzball, what I played is, so I lived in Springfield, Missouri before I moved to Columbia, Missouri, which Como Blitzball, Como, it stands for Columbia, Missouri. I lived in Springfield, Missouri before moving to Columbia, Missouri. That was 5th grade through 9th grade. I was in Springfield, and sometime when I was in Springfield, I bought a bat and ball at Played Against Sports or whatever it was, and my brother and I would play in the backyard and would try. I would attempt to throw different pitches because obviously, when you're in middle school, it's fun to be able to move the ball and throw actual pitches, especially because I was a very, very, very small kid, and so I was not able to move the baseball, and so it was just a fun thing that me and my brother did. There's a video, I think somewhere I'm deep in my Instagram or my TikTok, of me like in like 4th or 5th grade hitting the blitzball. So that's when I discovered it. But then obviously that was just a backyard after school fun thing. Then I moved to Columbia, Missouri in the middle of high school. Went to Rockbridge High School in Columbia, Missouri, which is where Caden and Chandler, not Chandler actually, but Caden Sartain went to school as well. I went to school there for 2 years, my sophomore and junior year before I met Caden. I was actually friends with Joey DeMeo, who is the 4th ranked player in blitzball. I was friends with Joey DeMeo in my sophomore year of high school, and we didn't even know Como Blitzball existed. And we played blitzball in Joey's front yard as high school, like literally as high schoolers, which for those of you, if anybody watching is a sophomore or junior high school, it's like some people think they're too cool for that. It's like baseball is a better thing to do. But like Joey and I were sophomores, juniors in high school. It's like actually like playing blitzball just for fun. Like we would just go out in his front yard and throw pitches and whatnot and see how hard we could throw it or whatever with a radar gun. So it wasn't serious. We just played for fun. And then senior year, literally my senior year of high school, so 17 pushing 18, Joey and I both had a science class with Hudson Borgmeyer, who is part of the Como Blitzball League, friends with Caden Sartain, like longtime friends with Caden Sartain. And so through our science class, he was talking about like he had won the home run derby, and I think it was literally like 2020, 2019. He was talking about the home run derby video they filmed and how he won it. And Joey and I overheard, and we were talking about it. And I wasn't really a part of it, but Joey like took it upon himself to ask about the league and ask about Como Blitzball. To which point Hudson got him in touch with Caden. Hudson got Joey in touch with Caden. And little did I know, I'm still not a part of this at this point, but little did I know, Joey DMs Caden Sartain, like, and totally fanboys. And it's just like, yo, I'm the massive fan of Como Blitzball. Like, I would love to be a part of this league. Is there any way? Like, I'm such a huge fan, bro. And it's like, we're literally the same age at the same school, and he's totally fanboying over this. And it's like, can we be a part of this league? And Caden was like, yeah, man, we've got the draft coming up for our league that starts in X amount of weeks, and you could come out. And then Joey, again, little to my knowledge, I didn't know, but Joey in this DM thread is like, yo, could my friend Sammy play? Like, we both play blitzball in the front yard or whatever. And asked if I could play. And he was like, yeah, the more the better, whatever. Like, it was, at that point, the league still only had like 15,000 subscribers, maybe. It's at 200,000 now. But at the time, yeah, maybe 15,000. They were maybe getting 4,000 to 5,000 views. And so it's not really a massive thing, but it was like Joey goes and fanboys, and Caden is like, yeah, y'all can play. Just show up to this field at this time on this day. And so Joey and I show up for this combine. It wasn't even a draft. It was a combine. We had to quote unquote try out. And sure enough, Joey and I, because for whatever reason, as sophomore and juniors in high school, we were playing blitzball. And for some reason, Joey and I just tear it up. Like, we're just as good, if not a lot better than most of the players in their league at this combine. And so, we both end up getting, drafted to the Como Blitzball League. And quickly, very quickly, and obviously now 6 years later, we're both the number 3 and number 4 in blitzball. But quickly just became pretty skilled and integrated part of the league. And then the second part of your question was, when did you think it was something to take seriously? Pretty long story that I'll make pretty short. My family in Columbia at the time was moving to Tennessee. And so before I went to college, like I said, it was my senior year, my family was moving to Tennessee. And literally that day that I went to the combine, it was the for Como Blitzball in 2021. It was the first time I ever met Caden Sartain, and I'd met Hudson in class, but the two of them as friends, it's the first time I ever met Caden. And I had told him or something through some sort of conversation that my family was moving to Tennessee, and he, for whatever reason, this is hilarious and kind of off topic, but he puts me on the phone with this random girl, and she's like, hey, you're going to prom with me. No idea who she was. I have no idea. And so I go to prom with this girl, which implies that I was in Caden's like friend group for prom. And so we went to Caden's house for this prom night or whatever. And so his mom makes dinner for us and whatnot. And I end up at his house, and they ask lots of questions because I'm new. I'm just meeting all of them, and they ask me lots of questions. Yeah, I'm moving to Tennessee. My family's moving to Tennessee, but like I want to go to Mizzou, which is in Columbia. So I'm kind of staying over the summer. I don't really know what I'm doing yet. And on the spot, like 30 minutes after meeting Caden's mom, she's like, well, you could just live with us over the summer. And so all of that random story is to say that I ended up at Caden's house. His mom invites me to live with him. And when I ended up living with them, I just got integrated into everything Blitzball life because Caden and Chandler both live there. And so they run the show. And so I was living in their basement for the summer. And that summer we went to LA for the All-Star game. We watched Albert Pujols in the All-Star game. We traveled and filmed content with John Boy Media in LA. We went to, I can't even remember, but at least 3 or 4 other places that summer to do collaborations and filming. And I'm like, I didn't get paid a dime, but it was a fantastic time. And so like, that's when I was like, literally I met the dude, did the combine and ended up living with them. And then I was traveling with them. So as soon as I started living with them and traveling with them that summer, it was like, I could do this for a little bit. Like that was fun. And so that was when I started taking it seriously, not even for the sense of like competitive blitzball, but more so just for like camaraderie and fun with the boys. Like it was just a good time. I was like, yeah, this could lead to something because of the amount of connections that you make, the places that you go, the people you see. And so ever since then, I've just kind of used it as, networking and just, do as much as you can wherever you can. So,
do you think your other top-ranked blitzball players can make a living off blitzball or as a blitzball creator?
I will say that Caden and Chandler have made a living off of it as, like I said, Aaron and the fantastic, supportive, amazing dude that he is, has provided Caden and Chandler with, some, not sure how to word it, but like jobs essentially. Like they work for Blitzball now. They work for the company Blitzball. And so Aaron, Caden, and Chandler are Blitzball. They work for Blitzball. They run Blitzball. They run the show, the actual company, and the YouTube stuff. So Caden and Chandler have, made a living off of it because they work for the company Blitzball itself, and then they make content. As far as everybody else is concerned, I feel like the question you just asked, I'm the test dummy for that question. I think I'm living out right now if what you just asked is possible. Is it possible to make a living? Is it possible to sustain? Is it something you can do as your profession? No one has done it yet besides Caden and Chandler because they've been given the job with Blitzball. I don't have a job with Blitzball, but I have a personality that is known through Blitzball. And so the question you just asked, nobody has done yet, but I believe myself, and then Trent Severino is making his own kind of attempt as well. But yeah, and then there's guys like Adam Knutson, who he has his own league, Swisher, but he has his own, for lack of a better term, I don't actually know if it's 9 to 5, but he has his 9 to 5 job that he works. That's a real job. And then he goes and does Blitzball as a hobby. And Trent is the same way. Trent has another, again, just not giving out details, but a quote unquote 9 to 5 job, just regular jobs that they both do. And then on the side, they go and play Blitzball. So you're asking, can you make a living? They make a living on their real job. And then they do Blitzball because it's fun, because they are trying to build something on it and with it. I am actively figuring out if, Blitzball is something that can be sustained as a career and as a personality in Blitzball. And then we can get into talking about that if you guys had any other questions about it. But Ballparks of America does come into play for the answer to that next question of how do you sustain, Blitzball as a creator. So
there's a lot to unpack there. And I think I love that you're kind of like the living case study for this. And what I've always believed is, like, if you build your personal brands, if you build the brand of Sammy Reazer, right? Mm-hmm. Whether that's with Como, whether that's with Blitzball, whether that's with Ballparks of America, but Sammy Reazer is going to live on regardless of those other things, right? Like if you retire or you change jobs. So the bigger you build the Sammy Reazer brand, you can do anything with that brand, right? As long as you take care of your audience and you're providing them value and like all those things. And so at least as we're meeting you and getting to know you, is like, I feel like you're in that stage where you're really trying to build the Sammy brand along with Blitzball and with Como and with Ballparks. Like these are all some of the components of your personality. And so leads really the next question is like, you have this really cool partnership with Ballparks of America. You have kind of at least it seems like a social media kind of position there, which is really good. But it also gives you probably the coolest playground of all time to create content. And so it's a really cool opportunity. So I don't, the specific question is just like, well, I guess first, like, how did all that go down to be like Ballparks of America? You should partner with Blitzball, and I should also create content here, and you should pay me to do it, right? And then also, like, how do you see that playing a role in what you're trying to build?
First things first, my brand, quote unquote, like before I started even talking about it, is thanks to Aaron Kim, it's thanks to Caden, Chandler Sartain, and Como Blitzball. It's like, yes, I've been a face of those videos, but like, they put the work into those videos. They've been editing those videos. Like I've helped along the years with some stuff in editing, but like, they have helped me to build the brand that I have today and have posted the videos and edited the videos that I'm in. And people watch those and they're like, wow, we like Sammy Reazer. We are cheering for him. We like the Mustangs. We like when he wins challenge videos. And that's how I built my brand. And that's thanks to them, obviously posting their content and allowing me to be a part of it. So first of all, thankful for the opportunity that was presented by them. But now, ultimately, it came down to just life happening, to real life decisions happening, from jobs to college to money to everything. And ultimately, I, for the 4 years of college I was just doing Blitzball for fun. It was just still always through high school and college. It was just, I'm with the guys having fun doing it. Now, it was for fun, but I'm starting to catch on. People like Sammy Reazer, like this character that I'm being on, and not that I'm being a character. I'm pretty much just myself on the videos. I'm not really putting on a character or anything. But like lots of the comments were about me winning challenge videos. Lots of comments were about rooting for my team, the Mustangs, that I eventually made. Lots of the comments, or in general, like we ended up selling jerseys, and I sold quite a few more jerseys than anybody else in the league. And so I'm starting to pick up on these things that, like, yeah, Como Blitzball is the thing, but Sammy Reazer is apparently catching some traction amongst this audience. And so that just drove me to stay a part of it, not even to ask for money or to try to work or try to make something out of it, but more just to stay, like, just to keep doing it. It's like, that's fun. Like I'm being appreciated. People like when I'm on the videos. That's a good feeling. It's just a mental thing. It's like, that's a good feeling. I'm going to keep being in these videos. And so I had a real job. Like I worked at a golf course all college. I worked at a couple of gyms. I had jobs, but in my free time, I'd travel. I'd do Blitzball because it was really fun to be with my friends and play Blitzball. And B, I was getting some solid recognition that I just enjoyed. And obviously, like, human brain in the back of my head, something could come out of that eventually. There's a lot of people in this world that would do a lot of things to have an audience that cheers for that. That's a loaded statement. That could mean a lot of things, but like, to have an audience that cheers for you, and whether it's YouTube, whatever. And so that's a good feeling. I wanted to keep doing it. In the back of my head, can you make something out of this? And so, but then like I said, life hits you in the face. I'm about to graduate college, and now it's big boy time, essentially. It's like, you got to get a real job. You can't just travel the world and play Blitzball for no money. Like, and that's not to sound like whatever. It's not to sound snobby. It's literally just reality. To pay rent, to live your life as an adult, beyond 18, you have to pay for your life. Like, you need money.
You have to do something. Yeah.
And so, so it was decision time and not really decision time. It was ultimately just like, is there a place for me in Blitzball and with this audience to make a living, or do I need to go get a job? Not get a job, but a different job, a different thing. So ultimately, I worked a 6-month internship with Blitzball for some pay, which most of how internships work. It's mainly experience-based, not really finance-based. So I got my experience officially working for Blitzball for about 6 months at the end of my college career. And after that, I again, like I said, I'm very, very thankful for Aaron, Caden, and Chandler for that opportunity. And they even prefaced the internship with, "Hey, we don't exactly know where that will lead to, but we really want, and we really appreciate you, Sammy. We appreciate what you've done. Like, we'll keep you around as long as we can. Like, here's this internship opportunity." And I'm thoroughly grateful for that. They've been awesome to allow me to do that. But when all was said and done, and I officially graduated, the internship was over. It ultimately just didn't make sense for them to have another full-time employee with the Blitzball company itself. And they needed to focus on other things and getting other things done and profiting in other areas before they can really expand. And that's completely fine. Like I said, I'm thoroughly grateful for the opportunities that I had with them up to that point, and everything that they provided me with, and the trips and the experiences and the memories. That's thoroughly thankful for that. But we had to go not even separate ways, but just there was no job in Blitzball. And so I actually ended up moving to Kansas City, where I graduated from Mizzou with a sport management degree. And I worked for, I think, 3 separate sports organizations in Kansas City over the span of a year. The Kansas City Current, which is the women's professional soccer team, the Mavericks, which is a hockey team, and Sporting KC, which is the other professional soccer team. And so just getting experience, whatnot for the year, living in Kansas City. And then Ballparks, after that 1 year of kind of detaching from Blitzball, I still kind of filmed Blitzball occasionally throughout the year. But after detaching myself from about a year, Ballparks of America reaches out, and basically there's a person working there in strategic business development who actually watched Como Blitzball back in the day, and still watched Como Blitzball. And he basically knew that I had left Como Blitzball. I played for KCBL actually in the World Series. And this person at Ballparks, who is in charge of their business development, actually noticed that I was not as part of the videos anymore, reaches out to me, basically says, like, we got to, like, you can't just leave, like, you can't leave Blitzball. You got to do something with your Blitzball personality. Like, that is a real thing. And so somebody from Ballparks and reaches out and says, "Hey, I noticed you have a personality and a pull with Blitzball, and you're not doing it anymore. Like, how can we help with that? How can we both benefit from that?" And so that's how the partnership ended up happening. Is Ballpark said, "Our demographics are the same. You have a pull in Blitzball that is not being utilized right now. We can give you the playground. As you said, we'll give you the playground to be Sammy Reazer, and in turn, you'll bring some Blitzball audience to Ballparks of America." And so that's what that partnership is ultimately. Is, hey, Sammy, you're not capitalizing on the pull that you have, and we can help you with your own personal brand, and you can help us by bringing that pull to Ballparks of America. And it's really as simple as that. It really is as simple as that. I bring some audience and my pull to Ballparks of America. They give me a playground to build my brand, and also bring my knowledge of social media to Ballparks and help them out with their own personal social media as well as my own brand. And so that's what what this partnership has kind of been. It's pretty simple. It really is just helping each other out.
That's so cool.
You have a cool setup that we got to see in Branson. Talk us through your gear, your filming setup, and what you're using to edit and post content.
I'm actually brand new to all of the questions you just asked, which is why, like I said, I'm the test dummy.
At least you didn't act like that when you were setting up, when you got like 12 kids waiting for the cameras to start, it looked like you knew what you were doing.
Yeah, I'm good at that. I'm good. I can. So yeah, no, I'm very, very brand new to that. So I've always been a part of Como Blitzball, all right, like with Caden and Chandler, and they, like I said, that's why I was giving thanks to them at the beginning. They're the ones with the cameras. They're the ones that edit the videos. They're the ones that store all the footage on their hard drives and their SDs and all the, like, all the behind the scenes. That's all them. And that's why, like, I'm thoroughly thankful that, like, they were putting the hard work in the early days, and that has led me to have a brand. And so now I'm experiencing the behind the scenes stuff of, like you said, what's my camera setup? How do I edit? How do I film? I learned all of that, like, genuinely this summer. This is my first time creating content. My Instagram account, which is the base of my personal brand, that's what I'm going to stem from. I'm going to start YouTube pretty much now, like literally in the next couple of weeks. Starting YouTube, I obviously have a TikTok, a Facebook, Instagram, but Instagram is the base of my personal brand. And I started it in May of 2025. So literally 3 months ago. And literally in just those 3 months, I've accumulated 5,000 followers. And so it literally just started from posting videos on my phone of my face. And then when the partnership with Ballparks happens, like a week after I start my Instagram, I collaborate with them to what equipment do we need, what cameras, tripods, editing equipment do we need. And ultimately, since it was my first year, we didn't really purchase or do anything extravagant as far as camera setup, tripod setup, whatever. It was like my goal for the summer was just short form content, not long form content. So it's essentially was just what they already had on site. They have a Nikon video camera. I had my own personal vlog camera. So between my own personal vlog camera and their Nikon and like 3 or 4 tripods that they have, that's a phone camera, a vlog camera, and their professional video Nikon camera. And I just stuck with that and could throw a couple of tripods, a couple of cameras, and you can get short form content with literally just a phone. But I ended up using, what they had to offer and just, cranking out short form content, not really long form. And that proved to do really well I ended up with 5,000 over the summer. And then from there, yeah, like I said, I'm hoping to do long form now and some stuff from there. But as far as editing goes, I've made lots of changes and adjustments through the summer because originally when I started, it was just like my phone and the quality wasn't that great. And then all of a sudden I gained 1,500 followers from one video. And it's like, now I need to post better videos because apparently this is actually a real thing. Apparently people like it. I need to make my quality better. And so right now I film on those couple of cameras. I have a couple of external hard drives to put all the different footage from Ballparks of America and then from Como Blitzball. That's all on a couple of hard drives. And then I use Premiere Pro. So it's really nothing fancy for short form. Well, as soon as I get into long form, I'm about to learn a whole new world when I start long form. But for short form, you cut it up the way you want to. And then in order to get it vertical for that short form style content, you just you adjust the parameters on the screen in Premiere Pro, and it'll keep the quality pretty high through Premiere instead of what I was using before, which was just like my phone and CapCut and downloading through Google Drive, then to my phone and then to CapCut, which makes the quality go down. And so now I just upload it straight to Premiere Pro, post, and then it goes from Premiere Pro, download it to my phone, post. So the export settings are just higher. It's better quality. And so I've made some adjustments and some higher quality content towards the end of the summer now that I'm getting adjusted to it all. But yeah, more than anything, the growth has been not editing, but knowledge of what people are entertained by. It's not really cameras and editing. It's idea generation. And people don't understand when you want to be a content creator, it is just as much idea generation as it is editing, like software, cameras. Like if you don't have a good idea and a good title, nobody's going to watch it. It doesn't matter. Like it's the idea and the title, the concept, like, and so more than anything, I've grown in, don't post a 50-second video on Instagram. They're not going to watch it. Like at least for my niche, there's different niches. Don't get me wrong. There's lots of 50-second videos out there that are viral, but for my niche, I'm saying I've learned what does and doesn't work. I can't, you got to make an extremely quick cut. You've got to cut from pitch to pitch and get them to loop the video. You've got to I'm just learning different things about short form content and what to post and what not to post. So, very definitely at the ground level of my personal brand right now that I'm hoping to push to a bunch of different directions.
No better way to learn than on the fly, right? I think that's the best. Is you didn't have time to think. You were just film post. That's the best way to figure it out. And I feel like almost this whole interview, you're seeding the next question almost every time. So that was perfect.
That's funny.
Lately, your videos have been really cool, like the live at bats in the hallways of the park. How do you brainstorm and come up with ideas for your videos?
Yeah, that is wild. That was the end of my last thought. But yeah, it's like you just said, is completely and totally on the fly. And it's that's literally the only, and I've learned now this summer, that's the only way to do it, because I've sat, like I just said, my last 4 years of college, I just sat doing it for fun. But in the back of my mind for the last 4 years, it's always been like an idea that I could make something out of it, and I could, maybe I'll start posting my own videos. Well, people buy my jersey and they love my content. I'll just start making content. I can make content. I could post content. I'll do it. I have so many ideas I could do. And for those 4 years, did I ever post my own content? No, never did it. And so even though I had the ideas and I knew it could be a thing, I never did it. And so getting this job opportunity with Ballparks of America, it literally was like, I took the job and showed up a week later and they were like, go ahead.
We don't have an instruction manual for you. Like, just go figure it out.
And it was like, and that's awesome. And I appreciate them for that because they just wanted, the collaboration. They just wanted me to be Sammy Reazer. And so I had to figure out, normally I'm just Sammy Reazer and there's somebody else filming it. Now I had to be Sammy Reazer and film it. And so, yeah, I learned literally on the fly to film and edit and post. And to be honest, those first couple of weeks, and keep in mind, I took the year off of Blitzball and then came back, and now I'm in touch with Caden and Chandler again about posting and collaborating and Blitzball content and stuff. And like, I'll be completely honest with you, like the first week, some of the videos I made, they were like, yeah, we're not going to collaborate on that. Like, that's not our style of content. We're not. It needs to be quicker. It needs to be catchier. It needs to be captivating. Like, my first couple of weeks, I wasn't making, and I still have a crap ton of room to grow. But just, I already have grown from May to now. Because that was my first time doing it. I wasn't making captivating content. And now, literally just by being thrown into the fire and doing it, I've learned, I guess the question was, how do you come up with your ideas and whatnot? They kind of just hit you in the face whenever you have to analyze performance. You've got to post something. It can be crappy. It could be terrible. Just click post. Like, just do it. And then you're going to watch how many views did that get? Did people comment about this? Click the view analytics button. Where did everybody drop off of this video at? And so post a crappy video and then see and then you're like, well, crappy video, why is it crap? You get to find out. You can literally find out what is good and what is bad if you just click post. And so my concept was posting every single day. And so I literally posted every single day and figured out what people did and didn't like. And now, instead of, 1,000, 2,000 views and no comments and whatnot on one platform, I have 4 platforms between Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, whatever it is, and YouTube Shorts. And I probably average 10 to 15, 20,000 views a video instead of that in literally just 3 months' time. And that's just by posting. You don't take a class. You don't just get better. You don't just, it's because my ideas were better at the end of the summer than my ideas at the beginning of the summer. No, the ideas have always been the same. It's just, you learn how to edit it. What do people like to watch? What do they not like to watch? What do they, just in general, like, I think I'm beating the dead horse of just simply saying, if you post it, you'll find out. You just have to be your own boss. You have to be your own coach. Just watch and coach yourself based on your results. So, and that's why I absolutely love, and even if it's not Blitzball, I will work in social media, because there's nothing I enjoy more than working on something, posting it, and immediately you can see what you did wrong or what you did right. And there's results. Like, it's a results oriented business. And like, there's lots of other jobs out there, but this one, you literally get numbers of like, hey, if you literally just, cut off the first 3 seconds of this video, it would have done 75% better. That's 2 numbers right there that you can use and learn from and grow from. It's like, that's what I like personally, is being able to grow from those numbers and utilize, feedback.
What makes a viral Blitzball video?
So let me ask you this: long form or short form? A 10, 15-minute video that you're going to watch after dinner with your family, or a Instagram video that you're going to scroll through on the toilet?
What do you think?
Probably long form.
Like I said, I'm getting into that still. Granted, I've been a part of viral long form videos. Which that's a loaded question nowadays with how saturated YouTube is. because there's creators everywhere. Everyone's posting YouTube videos, even in baseball and blitzball and any niche that you try, but especially sports and blitzball. It's very saturated, which just means lots and lots of people are posting content. And so a viral video, YouTube, and so that's why I asked, is because it's way different amongst platforms. YouTube, I personally believe, from my knowledge of so far of what I've experienced, YouTube is the one platform that virality is not, it's not lucky. It is genuine work, talent, good content, and skill. You have to put in lots and lots of work to make a viral YouTube video. And what I mean by that is, I don't have a long form channel yet. When I post that first video, it can be a fantastically edited, great idea, the best video ever out that I ever put on my channel. It's not going to go viral because YouTube takes work. And what I mean by that is building your audience, because YouTube is the one platform that is very family friendly, ad based, like how well can we put ads into your video? And so YouTube actually has to learn what kind of content you post before they push it out to people. And so Instagram and TikTok, you can post one thing that people watch on loop, and Instagram's like, oh my gosh, people like this, send it out, viral, boom. YouTube is not that way, in the sense that YouTube analyzes information from your audience and your channel before they push it out to people, because YouTube is such a family-friendly business and algorithm that they have to know, how long do people watch your content? Is it family-friendly? Did you cuss in this video? What kind of things are you doing? Are you drinking in this video? Are you playing with kids in this video? Like, they genuinely take knowledge from your video before they push it out. And they read comments and all the outlet. And so you have to actually build something to make a viral YouTube video. So the ultimate question, what does it take to make a viral YouTube video? A lot of work. You have to post multiple. It could be 5 or it could be 300 before you get a viral YouTube video. And then, but yeah, after all is said and done, with all the work that you put in and post multiple videos and edit the videos, it then comes down to just your niche, like who is watching your videos. Because I don't know what you're considering viral, but I'm going to be honest, like Blitzball, there's not really a viral YouTube video. The most viral, I think, is like 2 to 3 million probably. And that's going to be your pretty broad audience. We made a crazy corked bat with MLW Whiffle Ball, which, by the way, I say that is because that's our most viewed video. It's like 3 million views. And that's not a Blitzball game. It's not like you're tied down to watching the entire game. It's this cool concept. Hey, we're designing Blitzball bats with another collaborative famous Whiffle Ball group. So both are coming together. YouTube sees that. They read that 2 different audiences are loving this. It's very family friendly. It's a cool, quick concept that people can watch in 12 to 15 minutes, and it's entertaining. That is, in Blitzball, in the niche of Blitzball, that's about as viral as you're going to get. Which is honestly why I'm intrigued on where Sammy Blitzball can go. Can it go to baseball? Can it go to football? Can it go to sports facilities company, like, which is what owns ballparks? Like, can it go to more than just Blitzball? Because, don't get me wrong, love it. And that's where my audience came from. And that's what I'm grateful for. But like you just said, what takes a viral video? A bigger niche. You need a bigger niche. And yeah, like I said, you can get 3 million views, and that's friggin' awesome. And that's, I would consider that viral. 3 million's a lot of views.
It's a lot of people.
Yeah.
And so, but your potential to go viral is simply based on the broad idea of your content. And it's, I could talk for hours and hours, because you also do need a niche. You do need a niche to succeed, because you can't just create broad content, because YouTube is so overly saturated. You can't just say, I'm going to vlog my day and then go, like, you need a niche. You need a Blitzball. You need I don't know, girls do I don't know. Just, you need something specific to focus on, while also having potential to reach greater audiences. So I could sit and talk all day about it, but long story short is YouTube is the one platform where you really, really have to work for a viral video. Now, if you would have answered TikTok, it's like you can pretty much do a lot of different things where they're just like, oh my gosh, people are sending this, people are liking it, people are watching, let's send that.
Dopamine. Yeah. Like,
Yeah, let's deliver. Yeah.
If you had an unlimited budget to create content and grow your personal brand, what would you spend it on?
I mean, from a business perspective, just like I could sit and think about this for 20 minutes and come up with a lot of different things. But the first thing that just popped into my head for some reason was from a business perspective, it would be collaborations with as many famous people as possible. It's like, oh, you need to reach a bigger audience. How do you do that? Put yourself in front of people who already have one. And so unlimited budget, I'd pay Dude Perfect. I'd pay Eric Sim. I'd pay, I don't know. Yeah. Any creator ever. Yeah. Whoever. And so first thing I would do, Savannah Bananas. I'd pay for collaborations with all of baseball's and YouTube's Mr. Beast top creators to do collaborations. Because everybody has, you say unlimited money and it's like, well, Mr. Beast wouldn't collaborate with Blitzball because he doesn't do Blitzball. It's like, you just said unlimited. So.
I got unlimited money. Yeah.
So that's my answer, at least for the first thing, would be collaborations.
It's a super great answer, man. Like no one said that. And the number one thing that's growing our channel is collaborating, right? Like meeting you guys and, doing an interview and we collab post and then you guys share. Like it's the number one way to grow faster is find people with an audience, provide value to them, and they share with their audience. Like
that's another thing I don't know that people understand is like when you learn business and marketing, if you're selling a product in a store as a brand, there's a different barrier to exit from like if you're loyal to a product that you buy, like a certain paper towel brand, your barrier to exit and jump over to a different paper towel brand is not going to be influenced by much. You're not going to switch. You're not going to go with providing entertainment on YouTube. Like it's kind of wild, but like when I say collaborations, it's like Dude Perfect has 60 million subscribers. If I collaborate with Dude Perfect, bare minimum 50,000 of those people are children that they don't have any barrier to, they don't have any loyalty to Dude Perfect. They're going to click subscribe or click watch video on Sammy Reazer's channel because they're literally watching a video. There's no barrier to exit. There's no loyalty to, oh, well, I can't watch Sammy's video. I already watched Como Blitzball's video. I can't watch Sammy. There's no barrier to exit. You on YouTube, you have free will to just click and watch whatever you want to watch. It's not like you have to switch brands or switch loyalty. You just watch whatever you want to watch. And so collaborating, all to say that collaborating is a big one because just because you're on their channel, everybody has the right to click your channel once the link pops up. Like,
yeah, love that answer. Last part of the interview, going into some rapid fire. So just kind of first thing that comes to your mind, and we'll have some fun with this one.
Let's do it.
Which MLB pitcher would you like to face in Blitzball?
Shohei Ohtani. The clickbait is crazy, man. You just Blitzball versus Shohei Ohtani. I mean, are you kidding me? I literally posted a YouTube short that said how many at bats would it take Shohei Ohtani to hit a Blitzball, and all I did was use his name, and it's one of my most viewed shorts at like 250,000.
That's insane. Yeah, the title writes itself there. Yeah.
Yep.
What's the hardest pitch to hit?
Specifically from a lefty, because I'm a righty, and so a lefty in Blitzball means they're throwing their two seam at my body, and then it's moving back into the zone. I still don't think it's the two seam. It's more of like I don't know, any sort of kind of screwball with more of that up and down movement that starts at your face and then ends in that top corner. With Blitzball against a righty, I can pretty much hit most of what righties throw, but a lefty starts their two seam, they start their screwball, they start, anything moving arm side, anything with arm side movement starts at a righty's face. And so I that's the hardest pitch to hit, is a lefty throwing at either a screwball or a two seam or something, in my opinion.
Who's the nastiest pitcher in Blitzball right now?
Right now, it's got to be Adam Knutson, I think. The biggest part of it is like lots of people have a big arsenal of pitches, but there's a difference between having all the pitches and then knowing how to tunnel them and slow down speed. Like we have a speed limit and yet Adam will still change speeds on you. He will throw a 2-seam at the speed limit at 80, and then from the exact same arm angle with his fingers on it the exact same way, throwing it the exact same way, will throw a splitter at 67 miles an hour that looks the exact same thing. So it's just about tunneling and tunneling and being able to change speeds even with a speed limit and locate your pitches. And Adam does the best at that.
Which MLB stadium would be cool to play blitzball in?
First things first, I'm going to say Busch Stadium because I'm a lifelong Cardinals fan. So just for being a fan, playing there would be cool. And then as far as this, how cool the stadium would be, anywhere with a dome would be pretty cool. Texas, Seattle. And then as far as looks go, I think Oracle and PNC are both look really cool. So lots and lots of options. The first one's going to be Busch Stadium as a Cardinals fan, but yeah.
What's the coolest moment where you've seen someone wearing one of your jerseys?
Seen him wearing my jersey was actually it was the second year that I was a part of Blitzball, still not as a job, but just, doing it. And Aaron Kim, the owner of Blitzball, who I didn't know that well at the time, obviously knew how well we were partnered with him and how much he'd helped us out, but I haven't met him in person a whole lot. It was only one time ever had I met him in person. And then we hosted our own Blitzball tournament for the first time ever, called the Columns Classic, which is again going to happen again in a couple weeks, September 14th. But this was 3 years ago. Our first one ever was 3 years ago. And Aaron Kim, owner of Blitzball, only met him once up to this point. He flies in from New York, where he's from, to watch this Blitzball tournament, to watch our first ever hosted Blitzball tournament. And he gets we go to pick him up. Well, I didn't pick him up from the airport, but they pick him up from the airport and bring him straight to the field from the airport. And he was wearing my Mustangs jersey. And so his travel day was in my Mustangs jersey. So it's not even a fan, which I have seen some fans wearing my jersey, but it wasn't a fan. But the fact that Aaron was wearing my jersey on his travel day was funny. But I thought it was pretty cool though.
Who's your favorite creator right now?
In general, or in the baseball realm, or Blitzball baseball realm?
In general.
I don't know if I have a favorite, but some of the ones I watch, I'll tell you, obviously Mr. Beast, just when he posts, you got to watch, you got to click it, you got to watch it. But that's a basic answer. So, I'm a big golfer, so I watch Good a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, watch a lot of golf content. So Good is up there. And then, that's really about it. I don't have a specific creator. It's more just kind of what's on my recommended, and it's usually golf content or Como Blitzball stuff. So I think that's my answer, is really just good. That's my go-to, just chill out. Mostly as far as content consumed goes, I'm consuming Blitzball and baseball content to learn and to gather information on what I should be posting. But when I'm literally just, get home and chillax and not thinking about work, just eating dinner or whatever, it'll be a good, or maybe the Sidemen, if you know who the Sidemen are. They're from the UK, do a bunch of sports and gaming and a bunch of different stuff. And so group channels like that, good, and the Sidemen probably right now.
Nice. Great answers, man. Well, we will link up all your socials, all the fun stuff in the description below. Anything fun? I know literally today, I think you guys just announced a cool tournament you guys are having out there. I think you've got something, I don't know, is it Puerto Rico or Dominican? You're doing some other fun stuff. Anything you want to plug before we get out of here of some of the fun stuff you got going on?
Absolutely. I mean, first things first, I got to do it. Ballparks of America in the summer of 2026. Sales are open for that. So I will be there again next summer, filming a bunch of Blitzball content, building the brand that we've been talking about, but also just having a good time and helping kids to experience Ballparks of America. And I'm sure both of these guys would speak to that, but it's a very, very good time. Registration is open for that. You come hang out for a week. You get to stay on campus in the dorms. Get to explore all of Branson, lots of amusement parks, water parks, etc., and then some competitive baseball, and really, really good time. So registration for that is open. And then was just mentioned, we've got a Blitzball tournament coming up October 31st. It's on Halloween weekend. I'm going to do a bunch of fun stuff that weekend. Going to Silver Dollar City. We're going to do lots of games, challenges, prizes on the night, Halloween, candy included, obviously. Then a Blitzball tournament, Silver Dollar City, and then Blitzball tournament again Sunday morning. So So yeah, lots of fun stuff coming up at Ballparks of America. That's where I will be and what I will be doing. So would love to see you guys out there.
Love that. All that will be linked up in the description. It's all in your social bios and stuff like that right now too, man. Sammy, thanks for doing this today. But also, as you just mentioned, like you were the consummate host, even though you weren't the host, but you were like the host when we were out there in Branson. We had to hang out, and incredible facility. And I love what you're doing. I think it's so smart, both for Ballparks and for yourself. And so I hope this is something. I hope you become that case study to show both other creators, other facilities, other people in this world that there are opportunities and lanes to, build a career out of what you're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. That is the goal for sure. So gonna keep at it.
Love it, man. Thanks for doing this, man.
Yep. Thanks, Sammy.
Absolutely.